Appreciate it.
No problem. All right, it's on.
All right. Well, welcome. Good morning, Valerie. It's nice to see you today.
Hi, Shelly.
And I was wondering if it'd be okay if we just spend a few minutes talking today about your health in general and then any areas that you're maybe thinking about changing. That's okay with you.
Sure, I think that would be a good plan for today.
Okay. All right. Well, would you like to start with telling me some things that you currently are doing that help keep you healthy?
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of starting a whole new lifestyle on eating, on my eating habits. I have a tendency to eat fast food a lot. I'm always on the go. So I'm kind of working on that I don't want to say a diet. I don't like to just call it a diet. I like to call it a life change.
So you're really focusing on some new life changes.
Correct, yes.
Would you tell me a little bit more about that? What you're doing already?
Pretty much my lifestyle or my life change would consist of my eating habits, my exercise, kind of what I put into my body, and kind of how I work it out. In regards to exercise, I do a lot of the yoga, more meditation side, because I do stress out quite often. So that kind of helps me alleviate that.
So you have high stress in your life.
I do, yeah. I think I stress my own self out because I'm an overanalyzer. So I
Lots of thinking.
Yes, a lot of thinking. A lot of thinking goes on in this head. So that's kind of the whole piece of me actually trying to lose the weight and keep a kind of healthy life.
So you have some things you're already putting into place with your eating, changing from some fast food to some healthier choices. And then you also have integrated yoga and meditation.
Correct. Yes. Correct.
Okay. Well, have you thought at all about any other areas that you might want to change, or is that pretty much your focus at this point moving forward?
No, actually, I have. Actually, I'm looking at more of the eating habits as well. I just recently bought. There's a lot of foods that I'm not kind of clear about or understand or never tasted. So I just recently bought tofu, and I'm trying to learn how to cook with that.
Say it one more time. The connection skipped out when you told me what it was.
It's okay. It's tofu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to learn how to cook with it. We've never cooked with tofu ever. It's usually a lot of meat where my culture comes from. So trying to kind of adjust that and try to figure out how to cook that so that I can consume better food.
I see. So are there other new foods that you're interested in trying out, or are you going to focus on that for now?
I think I'm going to focus with that being as my main protein at this time, and then kind of incorporate the rest of my vegetables and so forth. I'm pretty good at the vegetables and fruit, so yeah.
Well, good, good. What was it that made you select going from meat to tofu?
That's kind of something I've been interested in. I've kind of surrounded myself with a lot of vegans and vegetarians, and they kind of just their dishes that they share with me. Sometimes I'm just like, hey, that looks really good. I don't think I can go to that extent quite yet because I do enjoy meat. But yeah, they kind of encouraged me, and kind of the dishes that they've shared with me seemed really, really delicious. So that's kind of where I'm going that route.
Nice. Have you set any type of like quantitative goal for yourself? Like, I will eat meat this amount of time, or I will eat tofu this amount of time, or certain meals, or how are you sort of guiding your journey towards this change?
I haven't actually. That's a good question. I haven't really got to that point, I guess, yet. Mine's just kind of going each day as it comes and just kind of do my little meal preps before. I know I'm trying to eat at least 5 times a day, and portion control, which are what I would consider my portion control, pretty much my hand, the palm of my hand and what fits in that. So that's kind of how I'm measuring it at this time. But yeah, that would be a good idea actually to go that route as well.
So it sounds like you're taking lots of actions right now to improve your health. What are some of your motivations for making these changes? I'm curious.
Yes, that's a really good question. So pretty much I met with one of my doctors recently and regarding my high blood pressure. I've never had high blood pressure ever, and that kind of really scared me. So I said, uh-oh, I work in a hospital setting as well, so I kind of understand the process and how things kind of occur, and just been so busy that I just kind of lost focus. So now I'm trying to get back on.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that information that you received just sort of helped you refocus on some things and take some steps forward. And it sounds like you're already moving forward with quite a plan.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's difficult at times, but yes, keep chugging.
So, is there anything that you think, well, I guess I'll say it this way. What are the things that you know about yourself that will help you move forward with this plan?
That will help me move forward with this plan. I believe it would be my determination. When I'm determined to do something, I kind of get there. Doesn't matter how long it takes me. I just keep going. So I think that's going to be a really crucial piece to the puzzle.
Good. So you know from past experience that when you decide to do something, you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the information now, and sounds like you have support from people around you that can sort of mentor you moving forward as well.
Correct. Yeah, we have a lot of people of encouraging from all aspects, from the exercise realm to the what I put into my body or what I consume. So yeah, there's a lot of people that are aware.
And it sounds like, I think you said your partner is also making the changes with you.
No, actually, no, I don't. It would be my family.
Oh,
Yeah.
your family. Okay.
My family. Yeah, my family would be making, and that family consists of my parents, my siblings, and all that. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So not only are you helping your own health, but you're going to, in conjunction with that, be helping the health of people you love.
Definitely. Yeah. I think it's really crucial, especially it's very difficult coming from the culture I come from, which is Hispanic. And the way we used to cook compared to the way we cook now is really different. We do a lot more healthier stuff compared to using a lot of grease and all that in everything that we cook.
Yeah, and then you sound committed to moving yourself and your family forward even further into more healthy eating.
Correct. That is correct.
That's really wonderful. Nice. So how confident are you on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being, I am not so sure this is going to happen, and a 10 being, it's happening and there's nothing standing in my way? Where do you think you are on that scale?
I would say I'm probably right now, as of today, probably an 8. An 8 right now. I'm kind of there, and it's kind of like just trying to balance everything right now with work, school, and life. So yeah, I would say, but yeah.
Oh, that's excellent. Is there anything else that you'd like to discuss this morning, or do you feel like
I think we accomplished actually our thing. I am going down the right path, and I feel like I can kind of keep going, chugging forward. So yeah.
I'm really impressed with your plan and your commitment, and I look forward to hearing from you how it goes.
Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you.